Welcome back. This is Fantastic Themes and How We Hide Them. I'm not Chris.
And I'm not Karina.
But we're here together.
As usual.
For more fun times.
And shenanigans.
If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the party. This is our sibling duo podcast / YouTube channel about life with chronic and invisible illnesses, including those that are mental and emotional.
Because I'm mental and she's emotional.
Facts on facts. Where can they find us?
Right now you can
Just
find
here.
us on YouTube. And on our Discord.
Yeah.
Where we do a lot of chats. We do live streams.
Yes.
That are not scheduled anymore because life has been crazy. But we do them. We
Yeah.
have them.
It happens.
And we still talk to everybody in the chat. So,
Yes.
like, if you wanted to get a hold of us or ask us questions or just wanted to hang out or have, I don't know, suggestions about stuff, join the Discord.
Topics are good, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's where we get most of ours.
Yes. And we have heard your cries for putting it back on audio
We're working
format,
on it.
And we are working on it.
We are.
So
I promise.
You've not been forgotten.
No.
We love you dearly. So what are we doing today?
Oh, today we're talking.
Oh.
Who would have guessed?
Wow.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna
We've
talk
never
about
done this before.
medications.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it in the Discord.
Yeah.
In our live.
This morning.
And it was a good suggestion.
Yeah.
The premise being like people who stop taking their meds because they're fine and how that's not fine.
Right.
And
So,
then
like,
I figured we could talk about medications as an ambiguous whole.
Yes.
So
because it's a lot and we haven't gone over it for a while.
No.
And if you are somebody who suffers from chronic illness, it is likely, not always, but likely that you are on at least a medication.
or that they'll put
If
you on
not
one eventually.
more. Oh, yeah. And they may be suggested, or it might be something where you fight and try to find the correct medication and you are struggling with that.
That's our grandfather.
Oh,
blowing his
okay. I
nose.
was like, what was that?
It's a ghost.
The ghost. Yes. So where do you want to start with this one? Because there's a lot to it. There's a lot of the like,
I think
why medication?
anxiety about taking meds in the first place. Because I
Okay.
feel like a lot of people are really cautious. I know I was. There was like a big deal. Like,
Yes.
oh, I'm bad enough that I have to take meds. There was a bunch of judgment. But there's also like,
Woo.
what are they going to do to me?
Yeah.
And what I think a lot of people don't realize is how tailored you can make your medications.
Oh, absolutely. And how many options there are to treat
Right.
the same thing.
Exactly. So like if you go in and you're like, I don't want to take something that's going to turn me into a zombie, or I don't want to take something that's going to take this part of my life away.
Right.
And it does, you can then go to your doctor and be like, I'm having this problem. I don't want this.
it.
And you could try something else. There's
Yes.
usually like 2 or 3 at least
Yeah.
other brands or other things in that vein
Right.
that can serve that purpose. I've been through
Mm-hmm.
thousands of drugs. Well,
He's like, I've taken
all of
so
them.
many medications.
Imagine every medication
You'll
I've
never
tried
even
it.
know.
Even though most of them make me sick. That's my
Yes.
big problem is that I get ill on most medications.
Right.
So
My problem is that I baseline everything and it'll
Yeah.
work for 2 weeks and then it'll stop and I'll be right back where I started.
yep, she's great that way.
Yeah. So I'm a constant battle of like,
I
we
don't
to
have that
keep upping
problem
it.
with my bipolar meds, but I do with everything else. But my bipolar meds, for some reason, my body's like, we're just gonna take this, and we're just this.
Because it's a brain.
We don't want
med.
this stuff.
The body's not in charge.
The body
It's
was
brain.
like, oh,
the
fuck it,
brain's
burn
like,
through
yeah,
it.
give it here.
We'll take
give
it,
here.
all of it. And the brain's like, no, just this stuff. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're somebody who like pukes out the first sign of anything,
Or I had
slash
start
hallucinations,
having
slash
like
fevers.
I've hallucinated,
Oh.
I've blacked out, I've lost time, I've
brain zaps. Brain zaps are horrible.
Oh.
That's the one side effect that I get a lot where I'm like, I did not like that.
No, I get that if I take too much gabapentin or Lyrica.
Yeah.
Your whole body.
And it's like right through your skull.
Yeah, it feels
Yeah.
like almost like a jerk, but it's not because it's
That's
electrical.
That's exactly what retrocollis feels like.
Yeah.
By the way, that's what the
That's how I've always imagined it.
feels like.
Because that's what it looks
Yes.
like, is that feeling of,
That just, ugh.
yeah.
And your body's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Don't know what that was.
Point being,
Yeah.
there are options. So you shouldn't be intimidated in that respect.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean anything about you if you have to take
yes.
medication.
A lot of people about the moralization.
Yes, because I got over it I did. I got over it, and then I'll hear people talking or see like chat about it, and people are like, "Ooh, I don't do that because I'm better than you."
Where they're like, "Well, I just try to avoid medication wherever possible.
I don't believe in Western medicine
because big pharma." And you're like, "Yes, also big pharma, but you know what else? I don't want to be dead tomorrow."
Yeah.
Because I can't handle it without my medication.
Sometimes it's not even that dire, right? Like sometimes it's like, I'd like to just have my life back.
Right. I would like to not be in the worst misery I could possibly be in. Yeah.
Like I'm on things for pain. I'm on things for awake and ADHD. And
to be fair, there are people who, because we don't talk about medication a lot, it's not a mainstream topic that we like understand as a society, may feel that like, oh, perfect is the goal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to take this medication. It's going to make it all better.
Yes.
Doctor, fix this for me.
Yes. Where it's like,
and
this will be the
solution.
solution.
Fix it.
Immediately.
They are tanking. And then they're like, medication doesn't work for me.
Right.
I will turn to witchcraft and voodoo. And I'll be over there letting people rub crystals all over my naked body in the moonlight.
Maybe they don't even take that route. It could be as simple as, I just don't do meds anymore.
Yeah.
I tried the one.
Yes.
How long? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It takes
somebody
a long
who was like,
time.
I don't do SSRIs. Why? I did one and it was bad. What?
One?
What? No, SSRIs don't work for me because I tried the one and they're all the same.
That's not how it works.
No.
Friend. Yeah. It's
incorrect.
Like, it may be a trial period and it might take a long time to figure it out. But I swear to God, fine-tuning your meds is so worth it.
It's worth it. And that's the thing is like, okay, you could suffer with nothing for the 6 weeks it would take you to trial a medication and maybe suffer a little bit less.
Well, and if you have a bad reaction, you don't have to wait the 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
If you instantly are puking, then you can stop and try something else immediately. It's that simple.
Or there's also the matter of like, maybe adjusting the time of day that you take that medication will make a world of difference. Or
I know
adjusting
mine has.
how much or when you eat with that medication.
That's why I always take
a world
mine
of difference.
right before I eat dinner. I have to take all my meds are at night except for my morning med. I take a Concerta in the morning. But everything else I take at night.
Yeah.
And I'm just full and then I eat and then I'm good for the night.
Right.
I actually have nights.
Yes.
I mean, variations of nights. But nights.
He stays awake. It's fine.
I'm an insomniac.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It hasn't killed me. I'm pretty healthy otherwise.
Right. No, I just think there's so much taboo around it where even on like the social emotional side of like, oh, you need like mental drugs, you're crazy.
Right.
You're a crazy person and you need medication so that you don't kill yourself. Uh-oh.
Right. Well, and that's
like, oh my God.
That's how I feel about just talking about being bipolar. You're like, oh, it's like, it's not like that.
You eat dogs. What?
I have.
Children?
Yep, sometimes. Only when I'm not on my meds.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And it sucks too, because like for a lot of the people in the Discord and for me personally and you, we've had times when we can't fill. Like you're on your everyday med. You're taking it and then they're like, oh, it's out.
Yep.
Or the shipment will be in next week.
Yep.
It's my favorite. Because that means a week of hell because you're going to go through detox.
Yes.
Especially on brain meds. When you're taking SSRIs or any antidepressant or anything that affects your brain chemistry hurts to not take anymore.
Yes.
Very much.
Yes.
That might be scary. Yep. It's not.
It's okay.
You can manage. It's better to be on your meds than off.
Being able to know that your experience is more than just the moment that you are in right now, that's important because guess what, friend? If you're like, oh, I feel good today. Yeah. Even though, guess what? I took my meds 24 hours ago. I feel good today. I'm not going to take my meds because I don't need them. Yeah. It takes a while to build up some and it takes a while for some to wear off. Context. Right. You need to keep, if you feel good on your meds, then keep taking your meds because it means they're working. They're not doing anything. I have used actually that same analogy when I'm talking about, because I have parents who will come to me and be like, okay, my kid's on an IEP. They're doing really well. I don't want to change anything because they're about to go to high school and they're doing really well. But because they're doing really well doesn't mean I want to change everything and we should take everything. And I look at them and I'm like, no, dude, if your child is doing really well, that means that we have the right cocktail. Yeah, exactly. And we're going to keep going with the prescribed cocktail because clearly it's working. That's not a time for us to be removing supports that are working.
Exactly.
No, why would you do that to your brain or to your body?
Right. I've never understood that logic, but I've also never been in that kind of mindset where I'm against.
I know why.
Why?
And it's because for mainstream society, illnesses and injuries are temporary.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are ill until you get better. And then when you are better,
you stop
taking the medication.
So, okay.
So it's a NyQuil situation.
I've never had that.
We have a NyQuil situation.
I've never had anything temporarily.
No.
I still have the flu. I've never not had a cold.
I've had mono for 75 years.
I have had mono for a long time.
It's not actually mono though. But But yes. But do you see?
Yeah, I've never had anything temporarily. Not in a while. Not alone.
And that's why chronic illness sufferers, we go overlooked for so much. Or people go, oh, well, they're just playing it up. Or, oh, well,
there's always stigma.
Because they can't understand why you could be ill or injured and not get better.
Right.
And still be ill and injured.
Right. It's attention seeking.
Or get better to a certain extent and then be ill again or injured again.
Right.
This is the zone we live in, and this is the zone where you live in. What do you think?
Very different experiences.
Totally different experiences.
Yeah.
Don't stop taking your medication because you're doing okay today.
Right. Continue to take it so you can be good tomorrow.
Yeah. And the next day, and the day after that.
Yes.
And next week.
And if you're running low and they don't have it, maybe check ahead.
And
that's what I've started doing. Because
call around.
What was the sumatriptan? That's
the migraine one, right?
Yeah, that's Jen's. What's the one for depression?
No, it's not Celebrex. It's Cymbalta.
Cymbalta. That one sucks to go off of.
Yeah, it does.
Majorly. So I've gotten used to checking ahead because I don't like running out of Cymbalta.
Right. Well,
that's one that's ugh.
And there have been times where, luckily enough, we have taken the same medication at the same time.
Yeah.
And there have been times where we'll have to reach out and be like, hey, I'm completely out of this med. Can you spot me too while I wait to get refilled because I don't want to screw myself up that bad. Because, oh my God, you know what else sucks? Lyrica.
Yeah. Oh God.
Don't.
Oh,
don't do that.
Dude.
Don't come off your gabapentin. Don't come off your Lyrica just because you're like, there are worse things than the side effects you think you have
For those not in the know, those are nerve numbing medications.
Yeah. And anti-seizure medications. They help control the electricity in your brain and your body. And without them, the electricity in your brain and your body go, hey.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's not a good time.
And and especially after
live wire.
It's been leashed for a while, it feels like, and then it's like unleashed. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go crazy now.
Well, because that's the other thing too, is like it baffles me that people go off their medications simply for the fact of like I can remember how bad I was when I started the medication, and that was years ago. I don't want to know
what it's like
how
now.
Bad it is now.
Yeah.
Without the medication.
Yep.
I don't want to do that because I remember what it was like. And I also know that EDS is, progressive.
Mm-hmm.
It gets worse.
Yeah, it's not
as
Geico.
time goes on. So, don't do that. What did you just... It's not Geico? Is that what you said?
I didn't
Sorry,
say anything.
my brain was like, wait a second.
I was so hoping that would just fly under the radar.
No,
I was
caught
like,
it.
I got it. It snuck in there.
My brain was like, whoop.
Damn it. I almost snuck it in there.
No. But that's the thing is like, I've seen so many people, and we've talked about this before fairly recently, I think, with the fear-mongering, and people letting fear-mongering impact their medication journeys.
Yeah.
Which bums me out. Like, it's one thing to be like, hey, watch out for these side effects, because that could mean blankety blank blank, or beware of like you might have this side effect but it's totally worth it, whatever. It's not the same as oh, this medication completely killed all of my nerves and now I have numbness, so I stopped taking it entirely. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I wish I had numbness.
There's so much
in my nerves.
Well, and that's
I mean, I do to an extent.
Don't go and look for people in chat rooms for opinions, because you're only going to get the bad experiences, really. Because people don't typically talk about good experiences.
People are not going to be like, oh, you know what's the best thing ever? Gabapentin.
Well, and
they're only going to hop on there and be like, oh, well, gabapentin is...
It killed my dog. Why'd you give it to your dog? I didn't. I took it. Then I killed my dog.
Then I killed my dog.
What?
The time jumps. They got me.
That's what was scary about the time jumps, because I was doing stuff.
You were like, I don't know what was happening.
But they were
probably normal stuff.
They were 1 second time jumps. Mm-hmm. It was just like, I'm moving a bed. Now I'm over there. How did I get here? That's weird. Not fun.
Still unsettling.
Very, very unsettling.
Yeah.
And it was after I had a spinal surgery.
Ugh.
Spinal cord
when
surgery.
He was, moving a bed.
Yep. You can't stop the flop. That's what they say.
Who's they?
Me. Just now. I don't even know what it means. But you can't.
You can't stop the flop.
The universe needed that to be said, and I said it.
Sweat.
You're welcome.
I don't know.
The universe.
The golden path.
The golden path. Yeah, baby. Cross promotion. Let's get it.
I'm gonna die.
Oh my
god. We skipped our recap, but I think
did.
It's for the best.
No, it was. This is a short episode because it's just important.
Yeah.
If you're having problems and your doctor suggests meds, it's worth exploring.
Right. Well, and understanding that like your doctor is not your mom.
Right.
And okay, and I need you to listen to the next part of that,
because
very important. This is important. Your doctor is not your mom. If you are having a bad reaction to those medications, guess what, boo? You are not chained to them for the rest of your life.
Right.
But you need to be talking to your doctor and say, I don't want to take this anymore.
And
do we have other options?
If your doctor refuses and is a butthole, find a new doctor.
Yeah.
They're not chained to you either.
They can't tell you that you have to continue a medication. They can't.
I just wanted to get into doctor shopping.
They're not your mom. Communicative. Assume the adult responsibility of like managing your own health. Because guess what? Your doctor's not your mom. It's your job to be on top of your stuff.
That is a hard switch, I think.
It is your job to remember the context in which you are taking this medication.
Yep.
It is your job to remember the things that were happening prior to taking that medication and understand that like there are two sides of this coin. And just because our brain is like, oh, the bad things don't exist a second and a half after they happen does not mean that that you're like symptom free.
Right.
You feel good now. There's a storm coming in later. Just let me know how you feel later.
There's also the instance where you can take something and it stops working right away.
Yes.
Like you have instant results and then those fade.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other thing. Like that's important to note too. That doesn't mean take more. It means see your doctor.
Yes.
Very important. Listen. I know. It's just right there. It's convenient. Death is also very convenient. You don't know. I've been there.
Psychosis.
I tried.
You want to go for some psychosis?
Unwillingly. I was signed up for some like survival camp weekend and it was not fun.
Ooh.
Lots of hallucinations and pain.
Yeah.
Not fun.
It's not a good time. It's not a good time. And the thing is like your goal in life should not be, I want to be good enough to live without medication. Cool. Like if that is a like body health goal of yours, cool. But you know what else should be your goal? I want to live a fulfilling life.
Yeah.
With or without that medication.
Yeah.
And whatever is a support to help get me to that fulfilling and productive and like I can do stuff again.
Exactly.
Life.
I think
maybe prioritize that. Maybe prioritize your functionality
over
and your like emotional, mental well-being over the pride of I don't have to take meds.
Yeah, just get rid of Karen. Don't leave Karen in your life. If you're like you have that person in your life who's gonna judge you for taking care of yourself, fuck them.
Yeah, and stop letting people tell you that like if you stop taking your meds and join this 4.5-week weight loss program in which you sacrifice children to Cthulhu.
Oh, is that what you've been doing?
I didn't do it. I
You've lost a lot of weight.
Somebody who did it.
How many children did you sacrifice?
I didn't do it. Somebody signed up in my name.
Skips.
They're sacrificing
How many
children
did you have?
And I'm
3
losing
weeks?
weight.
Is this how we're finding out?
Sacrificing the children, hoping they're going to lose weight.
What, under your name, like ID theft?
Weight. Yes.
You were Cthulhu ID theft.
Yes, it's like spiritualism, identity theft. I don't know.
Okay,
it's
so
annoying.
Anyway.
I don't... Stop sacrificing children to the Cthulhu. It's not...
He doesn't need it. He's just entertained by the ants doing the ceremony. Exactly. He's like, that's a neat trick. I'm gonna get involved with that. He's not shut up. It's not how it works. He's an elder god of madness. You don't know. Nothing makes sense. Just stop.
Just take your meds. God. It's not that
That's
hard.
what happens if you don't take your meds.
Elder god of madness.
Yeah, okay.
Pay attention.
On that note, we should go.
It's time. I'm hot. I'm really, really hot.
She's so hot. Physically, she's melting.
Yes, I'm dying.
She's melting into wax.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anywho, take your meds because you need to, and it's good for you. And take your meds regularly.
Yes.
Don't be like me.
Yeah,
don't be like me.
Be like me.
Your alarm goes off, take your meds. Not your alarm goes off, hold on, forget, hold on some more, didn't snooze it.
And it's
Oopsies, it's 2 hours later and I feel like crap. I don't know why I feel like crap. Oh, wait a second. I didn't ever take my meds. Take your meds.
That happens to me at night sometimes when, yeah. I'll be like, because I take my meds at like 5 and then I get to like 7 and I'm like, why do I feel like shit right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Your body will let you know.
Oopsies. Yeah.
But on that note, we're going to go.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Have a snack.
It's been a long time and we're sorry.
Yeah. But we love you. And we'll see you again very soon, hopefully, if all goes well. You know, unless the elder god of chaos weight losses me into oblivion. I don't know.
She's going to stop existing. Her matter's going to...
Yeah, it's like Doctor Who and the adipose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be just like that.
Anyways, bye.
We love you. Bye. Hot.
I feel it too. I have the air moving and it doesn't feel like it's moving.
Hot.
It's very hot.